time seems to go slow when you're just watching it go down, click, click, click. So I'm looking at about 10 minutes or so, saying you can do this in about 10 minutes, and is create a lower third that pops up, does some animation, gets back out of the way, and tells your people to subscribe. So it looks, I have one queued up, it looks like this. By the way, don't forget to subscribe, because that's what it is. So we're going to create this from scratch, mostly, in about 10 minutes. Now I need to get one thing available here. So I'm going to do this in Keynote. You can do it in PowerPoint. You could probably do it in Canva, but I'm doing it in Keynote. So let's just go to that. And there it is. There's the copy that I just made. So I'm going to go in here, make a brand new slide. A brand new slide. Make a new slide. There we go. And get rid of those things. It's at 75. I'm going to put it down to 50 so we can see it just a little better like that. And we need to, well, just start making the elements. So I'm going to go up here to the top. So I'm going to go up here to shape and get rid of that and pick this one. Make it wide. Make it a little taller than that, maybe. We'll see. And then you see this little green thing here? You can make your, there you go. I'm going to make it a little different than the other ones that I've got. I'm going to go back up here to the top, text, and we're going to go in caps and go subscribe. That's it. But we don't want it that color, or do we? We want this a different color. So I'm going up over here. Right now I'm in animate, and I want it to be in format. So I want to format, and it's already chosen there, so I'm going to make it red. Then I'm going to come back down here, grab that subscribe, drop it in the middle, and go to text. Up over here, we're text, and over here to, yeah, it's right on the edge. And we'll just make that bigger. We'll make it bigger. Let's center that up. And we'll do bold. And I'm going to change the font on it. There's some fonts that I like to use. And the font that I like to use a lot is called Luckiest Guy, I think it is. So that looks to be about right. Looks to be pretty good. And we're going to take the two of those. So I click on, excuse me, click on the words, click on the background, and then I'm going to go over to arrange up here, arrange, and group. And so we're good there. Now we need the thumbs up on the one side and the bell on the other side. Excuse me. I could go into shapes and use those, but I didn't like those. So I have some that I've, some pictures that I already have. And so there's the thumb. And I'm going to knock it down a little bit, make it the same height. And then there's the bell. And are they about the same height? Yeah, they are, kind of. And it locks up right about the same thing. So now we've got the picture, but there's zero animation going on. Just no animation whatsoever. And so we got, I'm working with a bit of a throat thing, so I apologize. So we've got three elements, this, this, and this. We want this to come in first. So we're going to go up over here to animate. and build in. Well, what I want this to do is just move in. And I want it to move in, not from the side, but I want it to move in from the bottom. And over here, 1 second to move in. I want it to move in 0.7. That's what I'm working at. So preview, pops up. Cool. Here's our build order. It tells me what order and what's going to happen with the animation. Next one I want this one, and I want it to build in as well. And I want it to move in from the bottom in 7 seconds. Good so far? Now I can take these down here. You get the group, which is subscribe, and then you get the thumbs up. I can take the thumbs up and just drag it and put the two together. Now what that looks like is the thumbs up is going to come in after. See the choice? With or after. I want it to come in after the subscribe. And so after it comes in, I'm going to put in another animation, and it's going to be up here. It's not the build. So the build, it comes in, and then we go to action. And action, I want to add an element, and I want it to pop. That's what we're going to want. And I'm going to want it to pop for 0.7 seconds. So let's take a look at that. We'll drag that up so that it happens. 1, 2, 3. After build 2, what happens is this. Boom, boom, pop. Let's get the bell going on. We want the bell to come in. We want to build it in, add an effect, move in from the bottom, 0.7, and I'm going to drag it up so that it comes in after. There we go. But we want it to do something else. We want it to go. We want to go back up to action, add an effect, and we don't want it to pop. We want this one to jiggle. We jiggle, jiggle, and have it 0.7 seconds. I think all of it's 0.7 seconds, the way I have it set up. So here's what it looks like. Easy peasy. We don't want them to stay there. We want them to automatically leave. So we have some options. And so I'm going to take subscribe, and I'm going to create a build out. Over here, you got to build in, action, build out. So build out, effect. This is in the way. I'm going to come all the way down here, and I'm going to choose crumble. And the crumble is 2.5 seconds. I don't know that we want it 2.5 seconds. Let's leave it at 1 second. We good? And we don't want this to happen. We want everything to stay on screen for 3 seconds, let's say. So we're going to put after build 5. See where they went together, but it's going to be on a 3-second delay. Sounds good. Now we go to do the same thing with the thumb. We're going to make it crumble. What did we have it crumble at? 1 second. What did we have this crumble at? We had that crumble at 1 second, so we're going to have this crumble at 1 second. Same amount of time. And down here where it says on click, you actually have 3 options there. On click, after build, with build, or after build. We've been doing after build because we want one come in, then the next, then the next. But when it crumbles, we want it to happen at the same time. And so we're going to do the same thing for this. Bell. Build, crumble, 1 second. We want it to crumble. Let's see what happens. It's going to be with build 6. Let's see if I got it right. 1, Shaky shake. 3, 2, 1. And they all crumble at the same time. There's an animation in, pause, and out. Goes about 5 seconds, I guess. Maybe. Let's try it again. 2, 1. There it goes. Now there's something else we got to do before we save and export. Go back to Format and go to Style, and want to click on don't want to click on any of these. We want to click on the background. Right now the background is black. We don't want a color fill. We want no color. No color. So no color. Now we're good to go. Everything is ready. Take a look at this to start with again. Just check on the animation. Yeah. And see where it says on click? No, not on click. This is why we check. After transition. That way it just starts automatically. And then after build 1, after, with. Good to go. We're going up to the top and we're going to File, Export, over here, Export to a movie. And it's the third one. So we just want the one page. Well, we don't want any delay, so that goes to 0. We don't want any delay afterwards, that goes to 0. I have this at the 1920 by 1080, which is a 16 by 9 format, which fits the screen. I have it set at 60 frames per second. It's not necessary for simple graphics like this. That just happens to be where I set it. But it's very important that you click this. It says export with transparent background. Cool. Then you click save. And it's going to ask you where you're going to save it. So subscribe, lower third. Let's just change this a little bit. Subscribe, L3, L3. Crumbly. And if you're like me, I always save it somewhere and then I can't find it. So I'm going to save it to the desktop so that I can find it just a little quicker. Export. And it's being saved as a movie. As a movie. Good to go. Let's try it out. So if I were to come back here and go to my desktop, and I'm dragging this into Ecamm. There it is. And I can set it up to where I just press a button and it pops up and does it all by itself. And it stays for the 3 seconds and then it disappears. If you want it to stay longer, just make the delay more than 3 seconds. 5 seconds, 9 seconds, whatever. So I have a delay of 3 seconds, so it just pops up and there we go. By the way, don't forget to subscribe. And it's been how long? It's been 13 minutes, but you know, I've talked a little bit. So if I stop talking and just do it, it would be quicker. And I'm sure you understand. You could do this in about 10 minutes or less. It's easy to do. It's, you know, it's easier than you think. And it adds a nice little, don't forget to subscribe. Have a great day. I am done. Bye.